Let's go, baby. How is everybody doing? Hope everybody is doing well. Welcome to the 500 Club call. If you have qualified, you made it to the big stage, baby, with a great call. All right, so let's get into the call. So, if you're wondering who this guy is with all this energy, yo, we just had a great time just talking, getting set up, getting ready. The guest speaker is ready. But my name is Mackenzie Baltimore, current world team member, 4 years with Herbalife. And man, it's gone by so fast. And I got started actually as a singer-songwriter, right? And what happened to me is that I got 15 pounds overweight. I'm from the Virgin Islands. If you guys hear the accent, I'm from the British Virgin Islands. And a cool thing happened to me when I got 15 pounds overweight, being a singer-songwriter. I was partying, I was smoking, I was drinking, I was doing a lot of stuff that I was not supposed to be doing. And a friend of mine actually, walked up to me and she said, bro, you don't look the same. What's happening to you? And, I shrugged it off. And I actually watched her get people healthy for a year. And getting people healthy for a year made me feel some type of way. So I decided to join a 21-day challenge, join the 21-day challenge. And guys, I lost 10 pounds in my first month. Felt amazing, got more energy. But before that, I don't do this business alone, right? I do this business around my beautiful, wonderful wife, Rosanna Baltimore, as you see the pictures there. And let me show you some results. So guys, like I said, right, drank alcohol in excess, fed my body incorrectly, and being a former athlete too as well, I really struggle to achieve my goals, right? I tried to outtrain a bad diet. But then when I got introduced to Herbalife, what happened is that I was really taught to, feed my body correctly, right? I exercised regularly, right? I got a lot of results, like my recovery in the gym was a lot better. And then not only that, as you can see, I reduced, a lot of body fat and I gained a lot of muscle too. And that gallon of water or two sometimes really helped me, right? So this is a little bit about my lifestyle. I'm gonna slow down right here because I get a little emotional looking at this because it wasn't all glitz and glamour, right? But as you can see, when you actually get into the company, if you help enough people get what they want, you get what you want. And you can see here my beautiful family being at, we got to qualify for so many promotions. As you can see, we were actually in Akumal, Mexico, with the guest speaker. We had a super team promotion, as you can see in the middle. The men there got to, meet so many of our sidelines as well as our uplines. And guys, listen, you probably may be hearing the accent. You probably may be hearing, Kenzie from the Caribbean coming to the UK. A crazy story actually happened to us while we in Mexico, right? So in Mexico, what happened is that we actually was brought to the UK from a crazy story about a proclamation with the UK and the US. But being over here, what happened is that the guest speaker actually helped us come over here because of a situation that happened with us with the immigration and what's not. And this is why I love Herbalife, right? Herbalife, we are in 96 different countries. So all we have to do is just switch our flags and go again. But what actually happened to us, we were actually put in jail, guys. My wife and I were put in jail because we were told that we were actually overstaying a day in the US. And it was a horrifying situation. But that's why we get to qualify for stuff. That's why we get to tell a story. That's why we get to build relationships with people, because thank God for the guest speaker, we're over here today, right? So that's a little background of me, but let's get into why we're here, baby, right? 500 call open to all distributors. So if you're done 500 ppv in the month, guys, congratulations, and you're gonna hear a real raw story that you've never heard before. I can't wait. I got my notepad and my pen ready. All right, so 500 Club, we reach it and we teach it. As you guys see here, we're pretty familiar with the core products, as we call it, your tea, your Formula One, your protein drink mix, aloe, right? So what you want to do is teach it to about 4 people. Boom, to get into the 500 Club call, along with you getting your personal consumption, yeah? So reach it and teach it. That's the sweet spot. So we got you, we got the 500 Club call, and then we have at least 3 people. So 3 clients. So it could be your preferred customers, or it could be your members, right? They do that 3 months in a row, active supervisor, right? So this is how we grow the team, by reaching it and teaching it. And if you want to take a quick screenshot of this, if you're new to the 500 Club call, you want to take a screenshot of this. So if we have 3 people in the 500 Club call, active supervisor. Now, 10 people working in the 500 Club call, that's active world team, right? That's what we were in 2021. 20 working in the 500 Club call, that's global expansion team. And then if you really, really want to work, get out there, flyer 21-day challenges, the open events, we're going to speak about that later. In the 500 Club call, now you're a millionaire team member, all right? So what you want to do, right? This is a cool thing that we got here. What you want to do, right? Sorry, guys. You want to actually start qualifying for these things. Exclusive rewards, open to members, supervisors, and world team. The fast track level 1 is a tablet box. I'm already probably there. I'm there already, right? So it's open to world team members, member and supervisors, 1,000 documented volume points in 1 month. World team, you guys write this down. World team, 1,500 volume points in 1 month. You get the tablet box. All right, that's level 1. Level 2, member and supervisors, 1,000 volume points in each of 3 consecutive months. World team, 1,500 volume points in each of 3 consecutive months. You get a blender, baby. So we go into events, we in the room, 2 scoops, we can get it popping, right? So qualification period, January to June 2023, volume months. All right, so let's start qualifying now. All right, let's get on to the next slide. So fast track promotion, level 1, like we said, make sure, take a screenshot of this, guys. This is important. We always want to go for promotions, right? Get a lot of structure in your business. Okay, so there we go. So tab team, where you at? If you tab team and you're in the chats right now, type a 5-5. That's what we say. Type a 5-5 is this. You're high-fiving. That's what a 5-5 is about, right? So 3,500 total volume in 3 months in a row, right? This is a cool bag. I can see myself going to the tab team and actually walking inside the events with this bag for sure, right? And it's open from January 23rd to June 2023. January 2023 to June 2023, all right? Cool. So if we want to actually track, all right, myherbalife.com is your favorite person right now, or favorite right now, as I should say, right? It's your best friend. Then you click 500, you select all levels, you see everybody who qualified. And if they're not theirs yet, that's your chance to actually go and say, hey, listen, we got to actually get there because there's some dope qualifiers, the dope guest speakers there, so you got to qualify for it, all right? Cool. Listen, I'm so excited about the opens. The opens has been going crazy right now. And guys, this is every open in the month of March. So if you have not started inviting people to these opens, we gotta start inviting people to these opens because it's been massive. We're over here in Manchester, Bolton, and it's been going crazy so far. All right, so make sure take a screenshot of this, right? And you send it to your people. All right, let's go, let's do it. All right, who's ready for Spring Spectacular, baby? Yes, May 12th to the 14th, 2023. Get your tickets now. guys, don't forget, this is the most important part. If you have a new member, they get to buy their tickets for £37.50. All right. So right now, if you're new and you're in a call, make sure that you scan the code. It takes you straight to the site and get your ticket. All right. All right, cool. All right. So that's enough about me. That's enough about the company. And we're going to get into the call. And I want to really say that I'm very, very privileged. I'm very, very honored to bring up this person, because he is a funny story, right? I don't know if you remember this. A funny story is that a couple of years ago when we just got started, Super is always in people's inbox sometimes, like teaching people and what's not, right? And he said, yo, young blood, how you doing? Yada yada yada. Welcome to the team. And I was like, yo, you have any tips? And this is what he told me. He said, yeah, make sure you go wide and deep. And I looked at it. I looked at the phone like, who is this telling me to go wide and deep, right? And then I understood. And then I understood what he meant by his levels, by your levels of the business, and how you sponsor people and how you recruit people. And this is a guy who's been a really great friend of mine, a big brother. We got to spend time in Spain in September, and he is one of the most beloved distributors in Herbalife. If you say Super, you got to say, please say the Super. All right. So without further ado, welcome to the call, Senior Executive, 30K, my big brother, SuperMario McKinney.
I was cracking. Yo, it is so weird to not see anybody right now, while we in this backstage. So I'm basically just going to be talking to Kenzie, and you guys get a chance to, get the benefits of me mentoring one of my downline really quickly. But, what's up, everybody who qualified? I don't know how many people we on, 1,000, 2,000. Anyway, however many people you have on the line, type that in the chat. Like that's really what we got to be on, is how many people do you have on this line today? No matter how the training goes, no matter what the content is, no matter what happens, you just want the people who actually qualify, right? You guys agree? Mute out, Kenzie, for your boy. Actually, you guys agree? Mute out, Kenzie, for your boy. Right. Perfect. So, Super Mario, please say the Super, you guys. This month, at the end of March, is my 11th year anniversary, March 27th. I came into business. It's Magical March. It's Momentum March. It's Miracle March. I think it's Super Mario March, technically. So it's always like my favorite time of the year, just because I get a chance to get, really grateful with everything that's been going on, in my life. So today I'm going to do a little bit of a training and then story kind of mixed in, just since I feel like, you guys earned it. So we get a chance to get to a lot of stuff, right? Let me see if we can work this joint. Is it working? Boom. All right. Oh, cool. No, go back one. All right, cool. So where we're at, we got to think about some things. Are we living our best life? Right? I got a good friend. Every time we are gathered, production meetings, or it's at the end of a big event, she likes to get everybody really present to what it was like before Herbalife, like the day before Herbalife. For me, the day before Herbalife, the day before I signed up, right? I had just got out of jail. I had $0. Well, actually, the day before I signed up, I got my first unemployment check. So I had a couple of dollars. But besides that, the day before that, $0, felony, didn't know what I was going to be doing. And I was lost. I was lost. But, you know, luckily I seen a friend of mine, his results online on Facebook. Some of you guys might know my sponsor. His name is Garen Jones. I seen his results, crazy. I asked him what he was doing. He told me about Herbalife. I asked him to tell me the real stuff. I'm like, yo, tell me about the tire flipping and rope swinging or whatever else that you're gonna be doing. And he's like, no, it's the nutrition. I said, okay, I'm gonna sign up. Got that first unemployment check, signed up, you guys. And I wanted to get in better shape. I didn't like how I was looking. I didn't like how I was feeling. I had like a little fat face. And so I signed up. And you know, as I signed up, it was kind of scary to do the application because I didn't have any money. And it's like, okay, here, take this $70-something. And then as he's having me order the products, it's like, grab the Formula One. This has like all the vitamins and nutrition, and then grab the protein drink mix, and you're gonna make that with 2 scoops and 2 scoops. And he's walking me through how to do everything. He's like, now order the tea, and the tea is gonna give you energy, right? And it's gonna burn calories. I said, okay, right? And then he's like, okay, get the, you know, Formula One. And I'm like behind the scenes. He's like, hey, are you working out? I say, yeah, I'm doing insanity videos. Right there, I like it. I feel a little bit stronger, but I don't look like Sean T yet. You know, I'm not 6 feet, no 6-pack. And he said, well, if you're working out, get the rebuild strength. And I'm on the phone. Hey, just some $70-something. And so, but I did it. Like the old me would have just skipped that and like would not needed it. But I was like, let me do it anyway. Even though I was scared, even though this is taking up all of this first unemployment check. I hadn't gotten paid in months. Got laid off and locked up. So there was like no money. And I'm like, what am I doing? I'm ordering shakes that I don't even know, you know, how it tastes. Right. But you know, things work out. And so this is what it was. He told me to take a picture. Right. This is my day one first picture I ever took. Right when I ordered, you know, right before I had my first shake. And this is the first order that we had, you know, the bag and all the stuff you guys get now is super cool, right? My stuff, yeah, it was kind of trash. And I made my first shake. I made my first shake the next morning, but I did post his picture online like he told me to, and said, yo, I'm about to take my nutrition to the next level, about to go beast mode. And somebody that I went to high school with hit me up and said, me too. Like, what is it that you're doing? I want to get in shape. So I hadn't even tasted the shakes yet, and I got my first client, which is pretty awesome. So I've always been, technically, just off of that, I've been successful in Herbalife since day one, right? So my order, her order, I'm like right under senior consultant right then. Next day after I got my first client, had that first shake, it was wild berry. Blech. Excuse me. The memory just came back up. It was wild berry, Pepto berry, whatever you want to call it. At first, I didn't really like it, but I drank it, and I lost, you know, 10 pounds. 10 pounds maybe signed up my brother, like, yo, you got to get on this, and he lost 10 pounds. And then I ended up losing 21 pounds. Got, you know, in great shape. But you know, all of it was scary. Everything about this was like nervousness, just off of, you know, what the future could hold. I had no idea about what Herbalife was just in general in terms of like the business. He did show me that, hey, there's a 25% discount that you're getting. You can also earn with that as well. And I said, okay, then we can do that. Whatever I'm saving, I'm earning. That, to me, that makes the most sense in the world, right? And let's see how fast he's going. And then I also did, you know, a lot of other stuff scared. Like I remember, luckily it's just me and Kenzie on this line. I can't see the 1,000 people, whatever you guys are typing in the chat and everything else. I know you got, some of y'all might be trying to DM me. I can't see it. I'm sorry. You missed out, right? But I used to not be able to speak in front of people. And then they're giving me the opportunity, right? That they voluntold me that I had to like do the product training with my sponsor, right? And I just was at a place where I seen it so much, it was like, all I got to do is just repeat what I know, what I learned, how I get clients, that they're telling us. It's the same slides every week, and we doing it. And then, you know, we have to get out in public and talk to people face to face. These are my first business cards. I should have blacked out the number, but it is what it is. And I was giving those to people even though I didn't know what I was talking about. I made them in the first week that I started because the template was on myherbalife.com. Right. And here's the what it looked like when I had my first facility, basically the room that we used where we did fit camp to start being able to make shakes. I finally was able to get the owner of the building to, let me lease that little room out and painted it. You know how it is when we first started Herbalife, 10 years ago, everything got to be green, right? Everything got to be green. So bright green walls, black, but it looks cracking in there, doesn't it? Like, it looks fire, it looks fun, it looks inviting, it looks different, especially because the rest of the place looks shitty. Right? It was bad. It was so bad where we were downtown San Bernardino, which is where I'm from. Very, very, shite place to kind of, grow up and do business. It was literally right across the street from the probation office that I had to go check in for my felony. And there was roaches everywhere. But we would call them coaches. Like, that's how bad it is. We'd be about to work out, like, okay, who's going to be a greeter? Who's making shakes? Who's going to lead the station? And who's going downstairs to clean up and sweep up and make sure there's no coaches, right? That's how we grew, right? And I'm going to show you guys just some pictures of, some other things of how it looked like, right, as well. Is it okay if we go overtime? Can we could just go, right? So I'm throwing in all these, things that have my mindset as well right now. So you guys are going to get training as well as story. So you want to 30K right now, press team in 2 years, right? Things that made sense to me when I started was act like a hustler, right? Because the marketing plan is the same marketing plan as the hustle. It's the same street marketing plan is the corporate marketing plan. It's all the same. It's just always different products, right? We just happen to drink our powder. Other people don't drink their powder, right? So, but you got to act like a hustler. You got to have this mindset to like go out and get it. So I got introduced to fit camps, and we were calling it Fit Club. A lot of you guys know about the beach, Santa Monica. It's the originator of like the healthy active lifestyle as a DMO to get customers and retain customers and do invitations, right? And so we were at the beach, and it was like, I have to do the same thing where I'm from. I live an hour from LA, right, in the inland, so not close to any water like that. And I remember, okay, like Fit Club, like my mindset is sell something. I'm selling products. I'm selling shirts for my Fit Camp. I got some headbands made. I'm selling those. Like, it's all encompassing. I'm not saying to do that, but what I'm saying is my mindset was like brand recognition. My mindset was uniformity. My mindset was like get everything. My mindset was attract. My mindset was market. So just like the movie Fight Club, the first rule of Fight Club is you only talk about Fight Club or Fit Club. Like that's the philosophy behind how we grew to have workouts that got to over 130, 140 people per night. Because the only rule is that's what we talk about. Like, that's the invitation. And it's the same thing for whatever you guys are doing is if we know what we're doing, if we know where we want our people to be, like I want people to be at my nutrition club. I want people to be in my 21-day challenge. I want people to come to the fit camp or whatever we have going on. I want people to come to a shake party or the socials or anything else that we're actually inviting to, then that's the only thing that I'm talking about. Right? Or we don't got to say only because now we're doing so many DMOs, but it's all we talk about. So I'm going to be talking about the 21-day challenges now. I'm going to be talking about Fit Camp now. I'm going to be talking about, starting the shakes and doing everything. Like, it's all what it's going to be, right? Because it's a hustle, right? Another thing is it's the results. I just had this conversation with the team. It's all of our results have to get back to being on point. Now, a lot of you guys look amazing, phenomenal, right? I was out there in Spain, look amazing, phenomenal. But it's going to have to be consistent. It's going to have to last 10, 11, 30, 40, 50 years, right? These are like my first results. These, 5 weeks at the top, as you guys can see, the difference between one pool party and another pool party, just a year difference. Like, it's, it's crazy. That's the stuff that built the business. If you want to go fast, your results right now is what's going to build your business. I know we got a lot of new people on. Go harder than you think it is. Become something that you never knew that you could be. And then you'll be seen as something that nobody's ever seen you as. Right? That would have sounded really good if like this mic was on and you guys could hear like all the thing. This is just for show, right? I just be pretending. Right? Eliminate the excuses. Right? Everything that we want to do is like is an asset. Right? This is from getting on the call. This is from qualifying on the call. This is from doing invites. This is from showing up the way that you have to show up. This is from, waking up on time. Whatever it is, the person who has the least amount of excuses, you're gonna win. And it's not even competition. It's just competition with yourself. Like excuses is a you and you thing. And then you don't accept excuses. Like once you become the person who doesn't accept excuses, then you start creating a culture for the team. Right? That's the whole point of it is whatever it is, fine, let that be the story, but I don't have to accept the excuse of anything. Right? The empathy of anything, the oh, woe is me, the sad songs, right? This is why this is my favorite joint with Steve Buscemi right up there with the little fingers. Like them ain't fingers, he playing the violin. LeBron got the little violin. His violin is even smaller. I played a violin for everybody's sad song that everybody wants to tell to me. You got a story, I got a violin music to go with it. I don't know if there's like a Nobel Prize for music, but I played a small violin for people's excuses good enough to get a Nobel Prize. Right? See what else we got. Like this is, I could have had an excuse. I can't make it to training. Right? House arrest. That's what that ankle bracelet, if you guys don't know. That means as soon as I leave my door, it beeps because they got the monitor joint in the kitchen and it's directly lined up to say, hey, you have this far to walk. Like I can't even walk you couldn't even walk into the garage. So if you have friends and like, oh, we're gonna kick it, we're gonna go hang out in the garage. Like they have it be able to measure out that you can't even go in the garage and hang out with people. So most of the time I had to stay in the house. And when I was not able to get out of the house, when I was able to get out of the house because you were able to be outside whether you had to work or do something else or go job hunting, I'm at the door waiting for it to turn 8 o'clock so I can get up out of the house. I can't make it to LA on the weekends. They don't let you go outside on the weekends, but during the week, I am like a vampire waiting for the daylight to go out. Like I can go outside now. Because my life depends on me not going out because they're gonna come get me and I'm not going back. Right? What kind of excuses would anybody else have? You have no say. Right? Importance of events, right? We just giving some details, basics on all of this stuff, right? HOMs, I didn't do, I don't know what you guys call everything. Spring spectaculars, BBSs, opens, all of that stuff is important. It's important because that's the invite, right? It's an event. It's event to event, like it's a place for you to promote the next event. It's a place for other people to hang out. It's a place for you to learn. It's a place for your people to learn, so you ain't got to do much. You could do less. Right? But getting your tickets early. So I seen events on the slides. Which one of those events do you guys already have your tickets for, like as soon as possible? For us, I know our quarterly events, right? We have April Leadership Development Weekend next month, but they dropped the tickets in January. I get my ticket in January. Next month is April, right? Our extravaganza is in July. I'm getting my ticket in April ASAP so that I can talk about the event. It allows me to have that much promotion, authentic promotion, genuine promotion, because I'm going. Does that make sense? These are like small things. These are cultural things. This is like if you being serious about your business, if you're looking at this opportunity as the opportunity, then we get a chance to act like it. Right? Big pictures are at the events. Right? It's designed for us to plug and play. So when we talk about being plugged in, right, it's so that, hey, all we got to do is bring people, and then what's already created does a lot of the stuff for us. So whatever you guys are doing, you guys have to say, as much you guys get to say, as many things that I can be involved in that can do more for me, that can have more voices hit my people's ears, that can have more examples, more successes, more stories, more testimonies hit my people's ears. I need to be involved in all of those. I need to be inviting to all of those. I need to be contributing to all of those so that it's even more powerful for my people, and it can be more powerful for everybody else's people, because they're going to be the ones that's going to be telling the stories too as well. And of course, everything's fun, simple, magical. In my whole life, Herbalife people are like the most fun people to be around. So it's like, why would I not be going to the events anyway? All right. I remember I was at the event, right, when this happened. I heard this. Some of you guys might know who, Eric Thomas is, right? I'm listening to this As Bad as You Want to Breathe little clip, right? And the whole synopsis is this guru was holding this guy underwater because the guy wants to be successful, and he wanted to know the tip from the guru. And he holds this guy underwater. I mean, he's almost drowning and everything. It wasn't that deep. The dude was just short. And when he lets him up, he said, "What were you thinking about? What did you want? You know what I mean? Why are you underwater?" And he said, "I wanted to breathe." Because he wasn't thinking about success. He was thinking about breathing. He said, when you want to be successful, as bad as you want to breathe, that's when you'll be successful. So me, because I, grew up having asthma, even though I was an athlete. So, asthma would kick in, and the environment, it's allergy season, stuff like that would get me. I know what it's like to not breathe, right? When I'm a child. I know how scary it is to feel like you're, trying to get like a deep breath through a coffee straw almost. It feels like that much tightness. And I sat there like, I never wanted anything as bad as I wanted to breathe, knowing how I wanted to breathe. Right. And then another part of me said, the times that I actually did want something, like I claimed it, like, I'm about to do this. I'm about to get that. I was like, I got it. And I was like, I'm literally in my way, because I already know that I can get everything that I want. And I'm sure you guys can think about so many times when you just put your mind to something, and it wasn't even as intentional as who and how we are right now. It's just like regular stuff. You said, I want to get it, and you got it. And then we're saying, okay, we found out we had that power. We found out we had that force. We found out we had that attraction. We found out we had all of this manifestation power, all of the things about like just wanting it. And then we don't put the effort in. We don't put the effort of the want. Right? And so I was like, I'm about to talk to everybody. Like, it's about to go down. Right? One thing that you got to do, you guys, is you got to declare your independence. Right? Declare it like we declared our independence from you guys, 400 years ago. I don't know history. Half the stuff I think is made up anyway, right? So this is my independence. I'm going to a huge fit club on the beach, right? It's 300-400 people out there. It was amazing, but I had to do it myself. That's my independence. Like, I had to do it in my hometown, right? Where you can see that whole row of people. The building was huge. This is 40 yards, right? It's long. We filled the whole thing up. Lines and lines of people all the way down 40 yards. Right? But the independence was like, I got to depend on me to be the person teaching and getting my people to teach. That's what this hero school thing is. Urban Hero School. It's like, no, we're teaching all the stuff that I've been learning under my amazing uplines and mentors. Mind you, I'm in the same, club as who are now Chairman's Club, Mark and Jill Addy. Like, that's who I learned from, like, out the gate. all these amazing press team members that Brian, Garen, Styles, Celeste, Jonathan Weber, like all of these, we're all in the same place, right? Listening and learn. So we got to listen, learn, teach the same thing. Like in this picture, there's 2 press team members, right? Frontline. And it was a crappy spot, like that thing full of shakes. That's a big potato chip box from, you got the potato chips from when you're little and it's all the little bags. That's a potato chip box. I'm bringing people great nutrition, and the whole side of the box says hot Cheetos on it. And black people love hot Cheetos. Right? Be duplicatable. It's not about what you do, it's about what you duplicate. Not duplicatable, like, hey, you get a tattoo, everybody else that gets tattoos get to be pressed. Though they did, that's crazy. Right? All right. But duplicatable on the good things. Let me see. Give me one. Ooh. Active supervisor, right? Become active supervisor, get active supervisors. Right? The things that you do first are become VIP, right? Hit active world team, do active world team every year, right? Qualify for, this is NAM vacation, the EMEA vacation, right? This is what your team doesn't do it until you do it. And if they do it and you don't do it, it's weird, right? Global expanded team, 3, 5, 7 stone pin. Those are the things that this has to be your goal, because this is what you then get a chance to promote, and your business reflects this. So when they say, okay, what's it like getting to millionaire team in a year and a half? It comes with the personal production to qualify for the vacation. It comes with being able to sit VIP every month, right? And then for the quarterlies, it comes with, getting these active supervisors front line by sponsoring so much. It's on the bottom right there. It should be on the top. Sponsoring so much gets you all of these things. And then high contribution, right? We could talk about contribution all the time, but it's always, this is contribution. This call is contribution. This is the yes. This is the always being a yes. This is, hey, I'm going to give, because if I give in the right type of way, give the opportunity, give the invitation, right? Give the presentations, it's going to come back tenfold. We are overpaid in Herbalife, right? You will be overpaid in Herbalife. I promise you, those of us who know press team members at any level, those of us who know people who've been in for 25, 35 years, overpaid. All I got to do is drink. I don't even got no pants on right now. And this is contribution. 2,000 people get what? And I get to be Winnie the Pooh? What? Come on. Overpaid. I don't know if everybody laughing. I just see Kenzie. I don't know. 2,000 people might not think I'm funny. Right? Duplication. And then we get a chance. These are the people who decide to duplicate, and we're going on, these amazing trips and amazing promotions and stuff like that. This is us at Extravaganza. We was out here in Palm Springs, a lot of affinity for Palm Springs because, Mark Hughes had his great meeting out there. And for us, it's right up the street. And then the other one was in Mexico. He was right in Cancun. Fire, right? It's like, yo, you do amazing things with teams, like if they duplicate what you've been doing, right? Building big businesses, right? Real quickly, you guys, supervisors, royalties. Supervisors is great for the retail. It's great but being a supervisor is for the royalties, right? You can have great royalties and still be doing it part-time. And this is a part-time business. Herbalife is a part-time business. It takes a while before you want to be full-time. It is a part-time business, but it doesn't mean that you just can't be intentional enough to still do the work to get you everything you need. You just consolidate, right? Be honest about the goals you're willing to work for. You don't got to declare and tell me that you want to be pressing and you don't do pressing work, because I know what it takes to get there. So I'm just going to look at you like you're crazy. But be honest. Hey, I want an extra 1,000. We can work with that. We can have a plan on how many clients, how many people to invite, right? What type of plans to do, how to utilize the challenges, how to utilize things to get you what you want. And then, yeah, it's allowed to grow and expand, right? But we only talking about what I can see. You can show me that you want to be pressed better than you could tell me that you want to be pressed, right? And be careful with like when you hit a pin. It's not the pin that we're going for. The pin is a recognition of what the royalties is. The royalties hit 1,000 3 times. That's a recognition. We're going for what the royalties is, not what the pin is. Right? Smart thing is to 10x on all the active income actions. Getting the most clients, growing the camps, the fit clubs, all of the stuff, bringing people into the club, whatever your club or hub is, 10x on that, 10x on the people, 10x on the invitation. When anybody ever wondering, hey, where is my business? How can I get more people? The new is solving a lot of the stuff. New gives you the opportunity to be better in a challenge. New gives you the opportunity to be better with follow-up. It's hard to recreate good follow-up with people that you already messed follow-up with compared to saying, let me get a whole bunch of newer clients and then do the follow-up. Type of 5 in the chat if that makes sense. I ain't never even said that before, I don't think. Right? And then intentionally build the royalty income. Because that's when you start getting overpaid. That's the stuff that like blows your hair off. My checks blew my hair off. I used to have locks. Right. And then one of my favorite tips is safety in numbers, law of averages, sin lower. Safety in numbers, law of averages. So when they say frontline the world, first line, like number one in the world gonna say, right? Susan Peterson, frontline the world, FTW. It's the safety of it. I can find some good people if I have a whole lot of people. I don't care that some people aren't doing stuff, but I don't know if people are going to do, will or will not do if I don't have enough of a population of people that I've talked to, that I've invited, that I've had do wellness evaluation, that have been coming to the club or the camp or enrolled in the challenges, that I don't have their contacts stored in a way that I can, re-follow up and do a re-invitation. Enough new people that I'm following to get some follow. If I don't have enough of that, there's no safety in the business, right? And then the law of averages, it's most people, most supervisors aren't doing that much volume. 1,500, 1,400. So if you're trying to build your business, think about how many people doing average work would it take for you to get to where you want to get to. That's going to provide you with a wider base for whatever you're building, right? I love building because you can think about a building. I want a wider base, a deeper base for the foundation of what I'm building. And the bigger my building is, the more stories, which is more people. The story of their first client, the story of their results, the story of what it was like at their first event, the story of the first time they qualified makes up my building that has a whole lot of people in it. Right? And when you do all that, maybe you get to put your name on the board. I was on probation, right? Felony probation. That means I couldn't leave the state of California, let alone the country. I mean, I was out of the country all the time. I was like, if they catch me, it's just gonna make for a better story, but I'm out of here, right? I got vacations to qualify. I was a Prez team member in 2014. I didn't get off probation till the beginning of 2015, February. Right? And they let me put Super Mario on the wall. I had to make sure I wasn't acting like the old me. I was about to steal that joint. I was like, hey, y'all got to give me another to take this home, to put this magnet on my refrigerator. All right. Top 10 royalty growth, a couple of years, in North America, which is phenomenal. Right. Hit 15K 2016. Great times. Right. Oh, who moved this slide? This was a duplication slide. I was wondering where it's at. That's my brother. That's not part of duplication, you guys. It's just genetics. All right. In 2020, got my first diamond, right? We hit 20K, 30K, got my first diamond, second diamond. And you know, the great things is like these are like my good friends, right? Like best, like we're all like really best friends. So you get a chance to get better friends, right? People that you support with, people that like you have common goal with, people that you get a chance to make, you know, money with over the course of, you know, we're talking about we have together made hundreds of thousands, millions in totality in all these years. Like that's crazy. And then, you know, Hero and his wife Nakia, I know Hero since we were kids. Children, ran on the same track team. Right? Over 30 years we've known each other. Literally I lived on one block, he lived on the other block down the street from each other. Right? There's not, what other opportunity can you get somebody and just like, oh man, we ain't talked in a while, man, come see what we're doing, and then we get a chance to like change each other's lives. And then I finally got my first Mark Hughes bonus because they hit President's Team, you know, 2021. This year we're getting the, you know, third Mark Hughes bonus, which is phenomenal. Honey, like right up there. Cool. They give you all kind of other cool stuff. 1 million. Y'all got to get one of these. It's like 10 pounds or whatever kilos is. Nobody use those. Right? Get a chance to live a phenomenal life. I like sports. Right? This is me and my twin brother. You know, we're courtside at basketball games in, you know, Los Angeles. This is me and my good friend Celeste, 20K Prez. We were at game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals when LeBron and them came back from 3-1. The best probably finals game ever. We a couple seats up. Like it's crazy. I'm fist bumping Tony Robbins and walking by and saying what up to John Legend and Jesse Jackson. Me and my twin brother at the World Series. Right? I just take them because it's cool to be with my twin brother. I get a chance to travel the world, right? You know, Guatemala for my birthday last year. Obviously, this is in Spain. A lot of you guys was out there seeing this in Spain. You know, Egypt. Like it's, if somebody says you're not allowed to leave, if somebody, based on your own decisions, right? We got to be honest about that. If somebody says you're not allowed to leave, for me, it just turned into as soon as I can leave, I'm out of here. Like that's what my life has been determined and designed to be. I gotta go. I gotta see. I gotta experience. Because most of the time, I still exist in the place that I grew up. Most of the time, I'm home, being that person that's different, being that person that's that story, being that person that everybody technically is proud of. I don't know if people hate or do anything, but I know that they recognize because I'm home, right? But as much as I can, I gotta go. Is that how you want to live? I don't know. You might have your other reason. Hey, you just might want to collect passport stamps. Hey, you just might like want to have some food. Hey, I don't know what it is, but there's things that you get a chance to design, right? Right, and live adventurously. Out the plane. We out of here. Every time with a jersey on. Every day with a jersey on. Did I put yous where I'm talking there? Well, you where every day? I'm making enough money to dress good. Y'all don't make enough money to dress good enough to not wear the brand that pays you. I tell you that much. I wear more Herbalife than anything. Hugo Boss is a close second, but that's, hey, we only got a couple of times to wear that a year. Right? It's smart business. I'm not turning down for nobody. I'm turning up so that people can identify what it is that we got, what it is that this has created. Right? Does that make sense? Get to go on adventures, man. Got my grandma going on adventures. It was her idea to go skydiving. I ain't gonna lie. She kind of like punked me into it. I said, all right, I'll accept the challenge. Right? But she about it. You know, my grandma, she'll be 89 this year. She gets to go on vacations with me. That's the light. This is everything that we're doing. All the little things that you might have got that kind of made sense that you put on your book, that you wrote down, that you mentally took note of. It's all for this, right? This is my mom and aunt. They've gone on 6-7 vacation. We're in Jamaica. Got to take my nephews and my dad to Disney World. We get a chance to go to Disney World again this year. My other nephews, I was just hanging out with them. They was like, oh man, remember when we went on, when Uncle Super took us to the vacation? And like, we were just talking about that on Sunday. That was 4 years ago, they remember. Right? This is the why. We don't really know the why till we get it. Like, we have all these immediate things in front of us. And then after you do the things, you're like, dang, this is the why. This is why we're doing it. Because I got to show you guys. Because I got to show you how your why could look. Right? I get a chance to do the business with, my family. Right? This is like my nephew, my mom, my aunt working out. My aunt is 60-something years old, has like a lung condition, everything. She's every Monday at the workout. And it's like chilly even inside of our gym. I was looking at it. I was looking at her. Excuse me. I'm watching her, and I know how painful it is. And I know how much the condition just gets worse naturally. Like, no matter what she does, like, her lungs are going to harden naturally. The capacity to breathe is going to get less naturally. No matter how much she works out, no matter how good her nutrition is. And she's there. But would she be there if this wasn't what I was doing? Because we're the only ones in our family that are like this. Right? That's the why. Right, and of course we got the team, right? They show up, they turn up for everything, play full out, right? Whatever the theme is, we're gonna turn up, costume parties, clubs, whatever. Like, we go, one of our favorite themes is black and buttons, right? Created that about 7 years ago. Like, yo, just all black with a button on. Like, that's how we're gonna show up to when we go out, right? But we do it for the team, man. We do it so that they have something that's like great memories. Great memories. Right? Couple more vacations, couple more promotions that we've done. Like, this is really what it's about, is to be able to have all of these things that I could pick and choose from to share about. But there's people who've never been out of the country until they started Herbalife. And maybe they didn't qualify for the main vacation, but we've gone to, Mexico a few times. And like I said, we just came from Jamaica as a team, a couple of weeks ago. Some people had never been outside of their state. Some people have never done, like, taken a plane. Their first plane trip was on the way to Extravaganza or a team promotion or something like that. Like, we're opening the world for people. The world was opened up for me. Like, we got to be very clear on what we have. And if we're being wasteful. More fun stuff. At the end of the day, a little bit of work, a lot of fun. A little bit of learning, a lot of earning. Right? Just implement things. Just get clear. Just don't take the days off. Just lose the ego and be in it. Right? Be as great as you can be. Think about whose lives is going to come with you. Think about how, and you don't got to be, it takes a short time of just being very intentional. It takes like barely 2 years of, I'm going to do Prez team aims and intentional work. I had never seen anybody take longer than 2 years. They've been in forever. But when they dial it in, it takes 18 months. 15 months to go from wherever you are to I've listened to every single story I could possibly hear. I take note. I get very detailed. It takes less than 2 years of work. Of saying I got to frontline people, of saying I got to get the method, of saying I got to teach people well enough to get them activated. Run the 500 club back to back and let that be the motive, but then do it to the extreme. Like your business depends on like what your 11 years in the business is going to look like. Like I want that for you guys. Y'all good? I think I'm good. Them was thug tears, by the way. All right, don't be telling people. Kenzie.
Yo. Yo. Oh my God. I've heard Super speak for the last 4 years, and I always get choked up whenever he speaks about his mom too, because, you know, a lot of similarities with a lot of things. And I hope you guys were not just taking notes, but taking notes to implement. Like I got some stuff today. It was crazy today because we were actually talking about hustling, and I put up a picture about hustling today. There were some guys hustling some Wi-Fi stuff, and I was hustling them to teach them the marketing plan in the club. I was like, let's go, 4 of you. I got my phone. I know the marketing plan. We could do this on a napkin. But yo, Soup, yo, we appreciate you, bro, for like taking your time out and always being of service to without a question. There's always a yes for you, and we'll grant your requests with coming over here to the UK for sure. Do you have I know you said some top tips, but do you have at least 3 top tips for anybody other than some of the slides that you did?
Man, look, so I got my notes pulled up from notes that I've taken from legends. We can go back. I'm gonna just go to Alan Lorenz. Right, this was taken December 2018, right? Rest in peace, Founder Circle. People work harder for it, recognition than the money. The only thing that wins is consistency. Be the one bringing new people. The one reason to do a meeting is to promote the next meeting. Sponsor wide and deep. Sit in the front. Fun, simple, magical. They put fun in the front of that for a reason. Right? It's like they put use in the front of use word talk for a reason. Right? Everything is no problem.
That's the one right there.
Everything is no problem. Right? There's not much, you know what I mean? This is the thing about everything. When we have tips, when we have learning or anything, you have to shrink the learning curve. Right? For the most part, it's a small little bit of segments of stuff that you got to learn, and then maybe you have to learn how to do things a little bit more efficiently in terms of maybe a meeting, in terms of maybe how you want to organize, you know, your club and flow, and make sure that I have a process from, you know, invite through supervisor. Like I have a direction that I want to bring to people and getting clear on that. But besides that, there's not much to learn. It's just more to do. If I did it in 2 years, there wasn't enough time to learn a lot. There wasn't a lot of leadership development weekends to attend on the way. There was only 2 extravaganzas to attend on the way. There wasn't any future press team retreats, 1 future press team to attend on the way. No honors to attend on the way. No thinking stuff to get to gather on the way. It's just the work. And then the next things that you're going to have to learn is you're going to qualify for the next things to learn. Excuse me. As of now, there's probably nothing. Whatever honors, you'll learn more. Future prayers, that's when you'll learn that when you get there. You don't need it yet. So the challenge is work to get to the next levels of learning. Right?
All right. Hi. Okay, cool. Because, you know, we always have on Monday calls, we always have after calls. We can't make this one an after call because the after calls are fire. But anyway, we want to really thank you again for you know, just sharing your heart for sure, for sure. And guys, again, my name is Mackenzie, and we have some cool stuff. So don't forget Spring Spectacular. All right. But next month, baby, exclusive 500 Club call, and it's with an international superstar. And you got to stay locked and loaded to your emails, to your chats, Telegram chats, and all those different kind of things that we have. Because listen, I got a sneak peek, but baby, and it's fire. All right. So next month we'll be on. Make sure we qualify, but qualify with people, and let's duplicate what we learned today. All right. Appreciate you guys for coming on, and that is our time. See you guys next month. Peace.
never gonna be any good for you or me. 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 This is never gonna be any good for you or me. This is never gonna be any good for you or me. Every single time I look at you, I'm confounded with the truth.